cemetery counts to maximize your earnings or to protect your money.
It's grand opening celebration for Interiors Market, the newest concept store by Weinberger's Furniture. Right now, save $250 off any purchase over $9.99. Save on everything in store and save on anything you customize to order. This coupon is on top of our already discounted furniture, mattresses, and accessories. Don't miss the celebration and deals.
Come see what's new.
Interiors Market, right across the street from Weinberger's Furniture.
Everywhere there are also some nicer weather to close out the week in just about 10 minutes. All right, thanks, Riley. Families are finding themselves wading through knee-high grass just to visit the gravesite of a loved one, and the lack of maintenance at some Augusta cemeteries is making families feel their loved ones are being disrespected.
And these issues prove Augusta's maintenance problems aren't just in neighborhoods or on the sides of roads. Our Sydney Hood is live at Cedar Grove Cemetery in Sydney. What are families saying?
Well, Meredith, they want to come out here and visit with their loved ones and actually see the path that they're walking in. See, for me right now, I couldn't tell you if there's a headstone or some bricks that I'm about to step on. Hopefully there's not a hole in front of me that I'm unaware about. I'm basically just having to kick down the grass to kind of make a path for myself. But I want to give you an idea of just exactly how tall I'm talking here. I've got my tape measure with me and measuring it down right now. Hit the ground. This is a foot right here. This is 2 feet, so not quite at 2 feet, but definitely more than a foot of grass that I'm standing in right now. And you wouldn't know that I'm standing on someone's final resting spot if it wasn't for these headstones behind me. This is an all too familiar issue for families. Graves being swallowed by grass, broken headstones, and these places are supposed to be places where you rest in peace. Families say this is not peaceful. Instead, they're seeing green. In this case, a little too much green.
When the anniversary of my dad's passing comes up, we have to come down here and kind of pre-cut it just to make sure, because I don't dare show my mom how bad this looks.
And Parks and Rec Director Maurice McDowell tells me that the cemetery maintenance is under the Richmond County Correctional Institution. And actually earlier today, whenever I was out here, I saw some inmates. They were back in the back of the cemetery, kind of on the edge. They had some lawnmowers. They had some weed eaters out. So they were out here working today. But coming up all new tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock, families share with me this ongoing battle to keep things a little less green out here.
Gosh, a lot of those families just want to go have a moment with their loved one, and you can't even find where those final resting places are.
Yeah, a foot to 2 feet of grass there is very tall, but I'm glad to see them at least out there today trying to handle some of that overgrowth. Thanks for that, Sydney.
An Emmanuel County Sheriff's investigator is in the hospital after being shot while serving a search warrant. This happening around 7:30 this morning on Coldboat Grove Drive. Deputies say Mael Marion fired a weapon hitting investigator Dakota Lamb. Investigators say Deputy Lamb was taken to the hospital where he is expected to make a full recovery. The GBI is investigating.
A mother of a teenager with special needs says she's suing the Aiken County School District and North Augusta Public Safety over an incident involving her son. Sylvia Brannon says it happened back in 2021. The complaint says Brannon's son is on the spectrum with expressive language delay. She says he was having a mental health crisis and was tackled to the ground, handcuffed, and arrested by a North Augusta High School resource officer. Charges of assault and disorderly conduct against the student were eventually dropped. Now, the complaint contends that excessive force was used against the student and that the student was falsely arrested. The Brannon family says they are now suing to bring accountability to the county, who they say should have known how to handle students like their son.
What the Brannons want is full justice and accountability. They're standing up for their son. They're also standing up for other special needs children, that they should be able to go to school and be safe. If we're going to have police officers in schools, they have to be able to deal with the kids that are there.
They need to be trained.
They need to be trained.
Now, this is not the first time Brannon has taken action against school leaders. She reached a $30,000 settlement when her son was attending North Augusta Middle School as well.
An update to the story of 15-year-old Allison Lilly. She is still in the hospital tonight, nearly 3 weeks after a car accident. Lily suffered a brain bleed and skull fractures after the crash. She was not wearing a seatbelt. Allison's mother tells us she is progressing every day, and her doctors are working on a plan of care. They're asking for prayers for her brain to heal quickly so she can go home. At a recent meet, the Greenbrier cross-country team posed with a flag that says Allison's Race. These flags are being sold to help raise money for her family. There's also a billboard near the Ace Hardware store in Evans, which says, "Pray for Allison."
Well, new documents show the Augusta firefighter who hit and dragged a body more than 50 feet is no longer with the department. This comes after the mass shooting in May on Sandbar Ferry Road, where at least 10 people were arrested, at least 2 killed, and 4 others were injured. Now, documents from the city say Gregory Hartshorn was terminated for not checking his vehicle all the way around before driving off. They say he also violated uniform policy by showing up to the scene in a white t-shirt. Other reasons listed for termination include soliciting business for his leather products business. Documents show when he was given his termination letter, he asked to resign instead. Since then, Hartshorn says that he was terminated unfairly and has rescinded his resignation. Right now, we're working to find out what the next step in this process is.
You may want to wait a few more days before you fill up your gas tank. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp just announced he is suspending the gas tax in Georgia again. It
means you could save more at the pump when it goes into effect. Our reporter Abby Casoras found out it's the relief people feel is needed right now.
A sucker punch at the pump.
Between like 30 to 50 cents.
Tacking on dollars some people don't have.
Everybody's hurting right now, so any relief we can get is welcome.
Governor Brian Kemp says that since inflation is at a 40-year high, he's declaring a state of emergency and suspending the gas tax here in Georgia, saving drivers more than 30 cents a gallon. According to AAA, the average cost of a gallon of regular gas in Georgia is currently $3.57. This move will bring the cost closer to where it was a year ago. Taim Moscoso at Buckhead Bloom says rising costs ultimately impact the services they can provide for their customers.
Quality is definitely our priority.
This past year, they had to cut their delivery radius because of inflation.
Like the whole process of it, it's costly.
2 delivery vans mean weekly fill-ups, roughly $600 a month. This could save them money they could invest into the shop.
The help of this 30 cents, I believe, that's going to help a lot.
Gas tax suspension will end in October, meaning they'll be back to paying inflated prices during one of their busiest months, December. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Casoras.
Thanks for that, Abby. A heartwarming update to a story we first brought you late last month. An Augusta woman says that she was carjacked and her pet bearded dragon, Lenny, was stolen. She says he is her best friend, and she offered a $1,000 reward for his safe return. And now, weeks later, the Salvation Army posting this on Facebook saying that the bearded dragon popped up at the shelter today. We reached out to his owners, who says, yes, this is true. This is her beloved pet, and she can tell because of its distinctive markings he has under his chin. Meredith, I know that it's hard for you to keep quiet right there.
I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for Lenny.
That's a great ending to a story there.
It may be summer still, but that's not stopping some from embracing the coming fall season. How North Augusta is helping you get in the spirit next. Riley?
And we are expecting storm chances to linger a little bit longer into tonight, and we'll continue that storm risk tomorrow. Much nicer weather there to close out the week. We'll have a full look at it just after the break.
Time and temp. Whether you're a farmer, hunter, contractor, or weekend warrior, North Augusta Customs is your authority in trucking accessories. From hitches to step bars, toolboxes to tonneau covers, leather interiors, or window tinting, North Augusta Customs is committed to being your go-to shop. Your exclusive dealer of spray-on bed liners and truck gear accessories by Linehouse, both backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty. North Augusta Customs, located just across the river on Jefferson Davis Highway and on nacustoms.com.
Got a good feeling about this. Yeah, I'm with.
Is our morning temps. We're going to wake up near 60 Friday morning, upper 50s Saturday morning, and we should hang on to those relatively cooler mornings at least through Sunday.
All right, thanks, Riley. While fall may still be several days away, North Augusta has fall on the brain right now, and the city is holding an art exhibit called Autumn Memories.
Our Taylor Martin explains what you might see if you go to check it out.
It may still be warm outside, but with 2 new exhibits, fall has hit at the Arts and Heritage Center of North Augusta. They're celebrating the opening of their Autumn Memories exhibit.
We have several Halloween pictures. We've got autumn foliage pictures. It's a nice mix of landscapes, photography. It's a little bit of everything in here.
In their Brook Pond exhibit showcasing photography from North Augusta's own, like Jim Saul, who's been a photographer for the past 4 years.
Every time you come down here, you never know what you're going to see. I really like taking pictures of something, of nature that's doing something. You know, I don't really want to take a picture of a bird on a stick.
Both exhibits are an escape from the heat and a look ahead to the bright fall leaves.
Trying to get people in tune for autumn and fall, and get them to come inside here in the nice air condition and view the beautiful art.
It's not only an opportunity to see the art, but to take some home too.
We will have our reception, our opening reception, on Thursday, September 21st. It'll be a lot of fun. The artists will be here. It'll be a nice time for people to come and meet them, and they have the opportunity to purchase the artwork also.
Reporting in North Augusta, Taylor Martin, on your side.
Both exhibits are free and open to anyone. Now, in addition to opening night, the reception on September 21st, they're also hosting a fundraiser event on September 29th called The Whiskey, Wine, and Soul.
Sounds like a good time. And we'll have information on where you can purchase tickets on our website, wrdw.com. We'll be back after a short break.
First Alert Radar, Cadillac.
As Savannah Medicare Specialist, we proudly serve Georgia and South Carolina. For a commitment-free consultation, please give us a call or visit our website, ru64.com.
The Wilson Fact, you've got your own little group of friends that are traveling around with you as well, and so that's also created a lifetime memories.
Never took you for a mariachi guy. Really not a huge fan, but seems to be all of us do these days. ru64.com.
Who are you talking to?
In this day and age, home internet is pretty much mandatory. But how much should you be spending for fast internet? Or do you even need fast internet to begin with?
Yes, you do. Our consumer tech reporter, Jamie Tucker, is here to explain how to get what you need without paying too much.
Before paying $100 or more for the internet, it's a good idea to find out how much internet you need. How much bandwidth are you using? It depends on several different things. Number one, how many devices are connected to the internet at any given time? And number two, what those devices are doing. It can be pretty confusing. So to illustrate this, I have $1 in coins, and each cent represents 1 megabyte of bandwidth.
Browsing the internet or Facebook uses about 5 megabytes continuously. Sending an email is about 1 megabyte. Streaming YouTube, Netflix, or another service in standard definition is going to use about 5 megabytes. But if it's high definition, it will require 10 megabytes. If you're streaming 4K content, that's a whopping 35 megabytes. So if two TVs are streaming 4K, that's at least 70 megabytes. A Zoom or video call needs 10 megabytes per second, and online video games use 25. All those Alexa devices and security cameras, they don't use much, but it can add up. If only 2 people are in your household, an internet plan of 100 megabytes per second is probably fine. But 4 people, all streaming or watching YouTube on their phone and playing video games, that's going to add up to over 100 megabytes, and your dollar and your speed is gone.
Knowing how much you need could save you a lot of money, and it's a good idea to run a speed test on your home internet or Wi-Fi connection. If you're not getting what you're paying for, contact your internet provider. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Well, high school volleyball throughout the CSRA is making its way to the 50% mark.
Halfway through the season is when games start to count and teams start to find chemistry. As Alyssa Lyons tells us, that's what it's all about over at North Augusta.
Well, North Augusta Volleyball is one of those teams that never surprises you because there is a certain air of expectation within the program. The Jackets went 17-8 last year. They fell in the playoffs against Greenville. They've lost 7 seniors to graduation, but it didn't really affect them too much. They have an average mix of experience, which comes in handy in a region filled with the reigning state champs in Aiken, plus South Aiken, Midland Valley, and Airport.
We're trying to ride the wave out. And sorry, Chris, we're kind of going up and down. Like you're saying, we're winning and losing the games we shouldn't win or lose. I'm depending on my seniors to step up and do what they need to do. I got Addie Watt and KK Hanzik. They need to do what I want them to do, and then we'll be okay.
It's what they'll need to rely on when they meet Aiken for the first time tonight on their home court at 7. This will be both teams' second region face-off this season. Speaking of Aiken, football goes against Barnwell this week, and it could be our game of the week, or I could head to Thompson, Westside, or Harlem. You decide which game will be our game of the week. Just go ahead and scan that code or head to our website. We'll be back right after this.
Southland.
All right, thanks, Riley. Stick with us. We have much more news, weather, and sports coming up after a short break on News 12 at 6 o'clock.